Jay Dakota here with ShopTOS.com. The outdoor shopper has everything under the sun, and today we're going hunting, specifically bow hunting, with our friends from Ravage Knocks. Guys,
thanks, Jay.
Good to see you, Joe, Jim.
Pleased to meet you.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about the Ravage Knock. What is it?
Well, Ravage Knocks are the first cutting device mounted to the back of an arrow. Let me show you how it works. As the arrow passes through the animal, the bleeder tube stays in the entrance wound, the arrow keeps going, and out from underneath there comes 3 4¼ inch serrated steel blades. They open up inside the animal on the back side of the rib cage, and at peak deployment, they'll give you about an 8-inch wound channel. We call this the bleeder tube because typically that'll stay in the entrance wound and help the animal bleed out.
So this is really 2 products in one. You've got the blades there doing the internal damage,
Correct,
and the bleeder tube helping that animal bleed out. And that's really important when you're hunting the larger game, when you're hunting elk, deer, anything like that, and especially that bow hunting. When you hit that animal, it's going to have the tendency to take off, to start galloping, sprinting, and running. It could run several hundred yards away. And if you don't have that blood trail and you're in thick woods, it might be really tough to find that animal. I know every hunter out there really has had that issue. They've made that shot. They know they've hit that trophy, and then you can't track the animal because there's not that blood trail. So this is taking care of that.
It does massive internal damage. You just missed a heart along the liver. This reaches out and finishes the job for you.
It's going to get it all. Can you show me how it's assembled?
Sure.
Do you have to? Is it a special arrow that you have to buy?
Nope, you can use your existing arrow. You do not have to cut your arrow or modify it in any way. All you need to do is take the vanes off your arrow, glue an insert into the back, the same one you put in the front. Then you take our patented Nock blade technology here, screw that in, take the bleeder tube, slide that over the nock, and you'll let it snap on.
Yep, I heard it.
And then you take the, what we call the coupler,
Okay, you're
slide that right
front.
over the front, engage it, shrink it down with a common cigarette lighter,
Okay.
and the last thing you need to do is screw on the counterweight, put your front and center right back where it was.
You guys have planned for everything. You know you're adding a little bit of extra weight to the back of that arrow, so you're adding that perfect bit of counterweight to the front to keep your balance right. Now, you just added 3 4½ inch blades to the back of that arrow. I know one of the first things in my mind is, well, what happens if that hits my hand? What happens if that pops out? What's the safety features on this that'll keep you from getting hurt?
Well, let me demonstrate it. It's the bleeder tube is a tube, so it cannot come off the back of the arrow because it hits the string.
Okay.
Like as you can see, it hits the string, and we typically shoot it through a whisker biscuit, and it cannot be deployed because of the tube. The string launches it.
That string is going to keep the tube on there. Right. That keeps the blades from ever expanding. You're going to be safe. What about the practice knocks?
The practice knocks weigh the same, fly the same, but they do not have any blades.
Okay.
And you just slide it on, the same as the Ravage, and you just heat shrink it, put the counterweight in the front, and you sight in your bow setup.
Perfect. So
That's
it's got the same setup without the blades. You don't have to worry about those deploying. The blades, if you take a look here, as Joe mentioned, 8 times the diameter, the surface area. Guys, this is just a tremendous product.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all so much for coming in.
Thank you.